Tonight we're hearing from police chiefs of the two biggest cities in the greater Sacramento area.
We sat down with Stockton Police Chief Eric Jones and Sacramento Police Chief Daniel Hahn to discuss what they're seeing in their cities and the work happening right now with community groups to prevent violence.
In the past month, we've actually seen an increase in the amount of shootings. It's been very concerning.
From Stockton to Sacramento.
Gun violence over the last month has been very similar to what it's been so far this year, and it's continuing to go up.
The number of shootings is on the rise. We sat down with the police chiefs of the two biggest cities in our area to hear why they think gun violence is increasing.
It really does come down to weather and social gathering are really the two reasons that we historically see a seasonal increase in gun crimes.
I think the health crisis we've been in for the last year and a half is a big part of that. Just things that maybe wouldn't normally get a violent response is now getting a violent response. I think you can even see it when you drive on the freeway. People are just driving differently.
So let's take a deeper dive into the numbers. In the first 5 months of this year, more than 110 people were shot in Sacramento. Compare that to the same time last year, it was 49.
About 125% increase. We've had a 50% increase in the number of guns our officers take off the streets. Every single shift is finding multiple guns on traffic stops and subject stops.
Through this May, more than 685 guns were taken off the streets. Last year during the same time, there were 450.
Probably the thing that I hear the most from our officers that work the street, whether they're in patrol or specialty units, is the number of guns that they're finding.
We've been taking a lot of illegal guns off the street.
In Stockton, a similar trend.
We've seen there's just too many guns out there. We take about 800 or 900 off the streets per year. And so that trend is absolutely continuing.
Stockton has seen more shootings where people survive, but Police Chief Eric Jones says overall, gun violence is down.
I think what's really critical is that we identify when some shootings may be linked, and if there's a linkage to a gang that we're concerned about, and then we act quickly to do really two things. One is to investigate it and hopefully solve the case, but also to prevent retaliation. We believe to reduce violent crime, we have to also increase trust by the community within their police department to work together toward that shared public safety. It's not as if the crime scene tape is rolled up and we're gone. We have an investment in that community.
Sacramento Police Chief Daniel Hahn describes two ways that his department tackles gun violence.
One of the things we do is put extra officers out and extra patrol, especially when we know or think there's something going to happen. But the other thing we do is we work closely with community groups, and we've had some specific instances recently that by working with a community group, we've probably staved off some retaliation type shootings. By us collaborating with them, we can get real information to trusted voices in the community, and that by itself will stave off a retaliation shooting.
Stockton is also taking action to curb gun violence.
I really do believe if we didn't have a few strategies in place we're doing right now, that we would see larger spikes like we're seeing in some other parts of the country right now.
It takes all of us together. The way we're going to save lives, the way we're going to get a 15, a 14-year-old to not shoot somebody or not be shot by somebody, either way destroying their lives, is by working together and collectively finding what is it going to take, what is needed to get a young person not to want to shoot another young person. My younger brother was murdered in this city, so I personally know the impact of losing a family member to this sort of violence. And it can destroy a family. I don't see a dramatic end in sight to the violence that is occurring. Myself and every chief I've talked to over the last 3 or 4 months is really concerned about an increase, even more than we've seen already, of violent crime as we start to open up. And so I think we need to, double our efforts in all areas, whether it's community groups reaching out and providing constructive, good things for people in our community to do, especially our youth, and concentrate on those things, because we've already seen a little glimpse into what reopening does, and it seems to come with a little bit more violence.
I really hope everyone gets involved And what that means for each person, individual, group is going to be different, but get involved in mentoring and mentorship. Get involved in those that are at the at-risk age of our young adults and youth. So really rebuild a sense of community, because that's what really holds together a sense of community and relationships within a community is going to drive down crime.